Fans, tonight on NCTV5, we will be bringing you this broadcast of the home team, Bryan Golden Bears, at 5-3. They will be hosting the 6-1 Liberty Center Tigers. Jim, in this game tonight, we've got the two rushing giants of the NWOAL and perhaps all of Northwest Ohio. Liberty Center comes in averaging about 310 yards on the ground. Bryan averaging about 290. Liberty's offense good for about 110 yards a game throwing, but Bryan only about 50. How do you see this matchup tonight, Jim? Are we looking at a quick game here? Are we going to maybe see some little bit of aerial action maybe to cross the other team up?
Spike, I think we'll see practically anything here tonight. The weather may be just a little bit of a factor. There is a slight drizzle and has been, but really when you think of the past matchups between these two schools, this is a rather balmy Bryan Liberty Center matchup. But I think the Tigers are going to be tested. This is probably the best run-oriented team they've faced this year. And at times, the Tigers have been a little subject in their run defense. So we'll look forward to a good one. And, of course, Tiger fans looking to the season after the regular season and hope to really garner some computer points with the victory here against the Golden Bears tonight. So a nice night for football, albeit, and hopefully the Tigers have shaken off that rust that they showed a week ago against Wauseon after having that no contest week. So we look forward to the Tigers getting back on track in a big way tonight.
Well, certainly there's no tomorrow for Liberty Center if they plan to move on. This is a must-win. One telling stat here, on the kickoff now, low line drive back to 10, taken right straight up the middle. Hit to the left and dropped at the 27-yard line where Bryan will take over 1st and 10. Liberty Center, number 1 in the NWOAL in rushing, and Bryan number 2, as I mentioned. But on the rushing defensive side of it, Liberty Center ranks number 2 in the league, giving up only 140 yards a game. Bryan giving up whopping 200 yards a game, number 5 in the league. Give to Newell inside, gain of maybe about 3. Jim, I expect Bryan to really just bore it right into the ground. I don't believe they're just gonna try to run the clock and keep the ball away from the explosive Liberty Center offense.
No question, Spike. They would certainly be thinking in those terms, but we'll see as the first drive gets underway here.
Liberty Center lining up in their standard 5-2-4. Give up inside, very short gain, maybe a yard, and this is not what Bryan wants to get into, is 3rd and long, as it definitely stymies their run-oriented offense. They feature the option attack, and we've seen 2 straight gives up the middle, so look for a little more wide open here. Two wides right, drops back to throw, looking left-handed toss, and dropped over on the sideline, just out of the reach. We've got a flag on the play, and the initial, we believe it's on Bryan. Obviously that will be declined, but we'll wait for the ruling here. Jim, I'm not too good on calls, but it may have been illegal receiver downfield.
Yeah. At any rate, it'll be 4th down, and the Tigers will look forward to their first possession. That was a pretty nice pattern they ran on that 3rd down play. The receiver actually was just a little open at that time, and a better thrown pass might have moved the markers, but now they're going to punt, and the Tigers will have it.
Low line drive punt down on the long left sideline. The Tigers will let it roll dead, where they will take over just inside their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice field position to start their first drive, and I noticed the receiver back there to cover for that punt slipped just a little bit as he tried to plant. So I think there's going to be some footing problems here tonight, Spike.
Well, that's true, Jim. We may not be able to run as wide maybe as often, but if we can split a seam quick, it's going to be off to the races, straight north and south. Here's the deep pitch to, I believe, Zyder, and he'll go for no gain.
Number 3, Ryan Zyder.
Liberty lining up in that
On the play by number 5, Jared.
twin running back, slot man right. Gain of a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9. We'll check the Bryan defense here. Jim, that middle linebacker, now he's moving out to a defensive end. He is huge. That guy must be 6'6", 250 pounds. Well, maybe not. Flag on the play, on the snap, and that usually indicates a penalty on the offense.
You know, as we kind of think toward this game, as you said earlier, all the marbles are on the line for the Tigers. They need a win here in order to figure in the after season, if at all possible. We think toward Wauseon in their game, and they gave the Tigers a real scare last week. In fact, they had possession of the ball in the last 2 minutes, which if they could have scored, they could have possibly snatched victory in Tiger Stadium. And they had a gambling defense for the most part. They were moving those linebackers in and out, Spike, and the blocking scheme, it had to be just a tad confusing. So as I look toward this, I wonder if Bryan's got any special scheme up their sleeve.
Well, they have nothing left to play for, obviously, but pride itself, so you can bet they're going to be throwing everything but the kitchen sink at us. That penalty was against Bryan. Jurassic's rolling out, looking downfield, has a wide open Jesse Smith at the 20, the 10, the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. Liberty Center pulling out all the stops. Fake the give inside. Jurassic's rolled right under some pressure. Still able to get off a strong pass to a wide open Jesse Smith. Flying down on that flag pattern, wide open. Liberty Center at the 9:17 mark takes a 6-0 lead.
Oh, yeah, that was a 55-yard touchdown pass, and I don't know whether we're calling that blown coverage or what, but he was all by himself in stride, and Joe Jurassic just hit nail right on the head, and a quick 6 for the explosive Tigers.
Well, certainly Jesse Smith is not going unheralded, but certainly, on the other hand, he doesn't catch 20 passes a game, so I believe they caught the Golden Bears slightly off guard there. Spot, up, kick, and it's good. Liberty Center hitting their 35th out of 37 attempts on the season. They lead 7-0.
Passing attack, what are the figures on their passing to this point in the season? Do you have that?
Joe Jurassic's, I believe, is 36 of 52 completion. That's about a 58%, which is in high school football quite acceptable. Most high school quarterbacks average around 40 to 45% completion rate, and that's why you see coaches tend to stay away from a full-bore passing game. But Joe definitely has all the tools.
Yeah, no question about it. The Tigers just scored with their trademark explosive offense. They have so many weapons, and boy, that just was a pretty play. That's going to look good on the old TV screen whenever this is rebroadcast, Spike.
Yeah, by the time you folks see this ball game, we will already know we will know our destiny in the playoffs. Now a short end-over-end kick, bounding down inside the 30, taken by an up back, and he's going to go forward possibly about 4 yards, and the tackle will be made at the 33-yard line of Bryan, where they'll take over. Bryan is susceptible, Jim, to the play over the top. They have given up this year. Checking the statistics here, Bryan has given up an average of about 120 yards a game, which is dead last in the league. Giving up, defensive passing. They set to go, give to the up back.
There he goes.
He kicks outside, the fullback. He's outside down the right sideline. It's going to be a foot race now. He cuts back inside and tackled down near the 22-yard line. Jim, they gave that quick hitter up the middle.
Yeah, and that back didn't waste too much time seeing a crease toward the outside, and once he got around the corner, he did some really upfield running. So that's a real gainer. Moves the sticks way down to, I guess, the 36-yard line.
Bryan takes over. They've got 2 wideouts left. Here's the sweep option. Now a pass, almost intercepted over the head. Bryan seems to have a few wrinkles more than what you see in the standard option attack here. It appeared that they were going to run the standard option sweep, but with the 2 wideouts left, chose to fire. But not much touch on the ball, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 ball on the, they're calling it the 36-yard.
That can't be right. They're close.
No, I believe it's the 26. Here's the pitch, just gets it off, sweeping in. Good blocking downfield.
Seth Atkinson on the stop rode him right over to the sideline for very little gain.
One thing you got to like, Jim, about this Bryan offense is they really spread you out with that option play, and you have to be pretty tough out there one-on-one. You have to be able to meet your man and wrap him up. They will press this Tiger defense.
Oh, that's true, and they've run this offense all year, so they know what they're trying to do, and of course the Tigers know what's coming too, so it's a matter of them stopping it.
Here's a quick drop back to throw it down and out. It's going to be good for the 1st down, somewhere down around the 10 to 12-yard line of Liberty Center, and Bryan going over the top also as well here, and I'm a little surprised with that. I thought they might try to keep the ball out of Liberty's hands. However, that's what we planned for, and I'm sure they're going to show us something different.
Yeah, this is a nice southpaw quarterback that's flinging that ball there, and even though it's a little bit wet and damp out there, he's throwing a couple of nice passes.
Okay, Bryan with 2 wideouts left, 2 backs. Here's the give inside, cuts it up, spins, drives down. Big gain, 6-7 yard gain here for the Golden Bears.
Is he that close or not?
Look at a set here. The ball somewhat deceiving here. The scoreboard says the ball's on the 12-yard line, so that's what we're going to go with. Yeah, I believe more like the 7 looks good to me. Quarterback gives up inside. Now it's the pitch. Fumbled, recovered, gets outside, tries to stretch it out, pushed out of bounds. See if we can get a number there.
All right, he's on the 3-yard line now, Spike.
Seth Atkinson with the shove out of bounds, getting credit for that tackle. Bryan knocking on the door.
Boy, they got a bit of a break, the Golden Bears did. That pitch back was just about bobbled there, and that could have been resulted in a turnover, but they're right down there banging on the goal line against the Tigers at this point.
Yeah, Newell made a great recovery with that pitch behind him. Now, with 2 wideouts right, Bryan gives up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. That was Newell in for the touchdown.
No question, this Tim Newell is the guts and glue of the running attack of the Golden Bears. He's got a lot of yards over the year, and it looks like a real hard running back. I don't know how he stacks up as far as pure speed. I don't know what his track credentials are, but on the football field, he looks like he can really be an asset.
Bryan setting up to kick, spot, kick, it's blocked, and the Tigers at the 6:50 mark of the first quarter will hold a 7-6 edge. Yeah, Newell really isn't a real big back, Jim. He only goes about 160, 165 pounds. He's about 5'10". Real durable back. I think he's probably somewhere a cross between a Zeiter and a Smith, in the fact that even though he has some elusiveness, his main strength is his endurance and his propensity to go north and south to the goal line.
Yeah. Well, in the drive we just witnessed by the Golden Bears, I don't have the statistics, the yardage figures on him for that drive, but he figured in a big way, and then the Golden Bear offense mixing it up pretty good. The pass, the play off the option, the pitch back, and the straight ahead dive plays. So at this point, it's a whale of a ball game. So the Tigers ready to receive for their second possession.
Ball set on the left hash mark. Perhaps the Golden Bears up to a little chicanery here. Set to kick. End over end, down to about the 10-yard line. Can't pick up the numbers. That was Cam Smith, excuse me. Straight up the field. He'll be tackled around the 30-yard line where the Tigers will take over. Jim, anybody that thinks that the Golden Bears are going to lay down after getting upset last week by the much improved Evergreen Viking team, I think is sadly mistaken. Bryan is going to be here, and they're going to be here to the end. So Liberty's, even though I feel has a decided edge in talent, up and down the whole team, I think we're in for a dogfight. This is the end of the season. These guys are playing for glory now. Give inside, very short gain.
Ball carrier number 3, Ryan Sider.
Yeah, Spike, that was a good comment. I think previous statistics and records pretty much are out the window, as we remember from last week how close a game Liberty and Wauseon had. And as you alluded to, Bryan tripped up by Evergreen. But here we are in this week, and it's a fresh game right out here.
Liberty with a 2nd down and 8. 2 tight ends. Pitch on the outside. Again, very short gain, perhaps a yard to Zider. And that will bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down and a long 6. Well, Jim, here we go. We've ran 2 plays, got very short gains, and we're facing what we don't like as well. That 3rd and long situation, 3rd down and a long 6. Tigers come out in that wing right formation, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. Here is the drop back, throws a little swing pass outside, it'll fall incomplete. The Bryan Golden Bears had that snuffed out pretty well, and I don't believe that would have gone for 1st down yardage.
Well, at any rate, the Golden Bears stiffen and hold, and they're going to have to punt away to the Golden Bears.
Jim, never say have to when it comes to punting for Liberty Center.
That's true.
Jurassic's back, takes the snap, and gets off a beautiful spiraling punt down to the 34-yard line where he calls for a fair catch.
Okay, the Golden Bear offense coming out here pretty well pumped. So the Tigers need to, at this time, stiffen up and have a 4 and out.
Well, here again, Bryan showing some wide formations and perhaps showing a soft underbelly of the Liberty Center Tigers here. But anytime you spread a team out, it's going to give your team a chance to do a lot of things you normally can't do. Now here's the option pitch. No, a reverse coming back the other way, and taken down. Number 88, Ziegler. Oh, Blake Lindgren stayed home, Jim. Snuffed out the reverse for a gain of 3.
I tell you, Spike, Blake made a nice play there, and he just barely got him by the ankle, but that was going to go for real yards if he wouldn't have tripped him up there, because that play was, well, it was just going to go. So nice play by the coach's son.
Bryan with 2 wides left. Drops back to throw, downfield, has him open, and caught. No, wait a minute, it's intercepted. Stolen away by Atkinson. It appeared that it was caught, but when the feet came down, there was another man that wanted it a little more. Number 2, Seth Atkinson. Definitely a very athletic, artistic, agile, versatile, and mobile, I guess. We're going to give that ball to the Tigers now. Just over the, no, they're on their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, no question. Seth exhibiting a good set of hands out there and had real focus on the ball and wanted it more than the other did, the receiver.
Tigers now. Jurasic's dropping back to throw. In trouble. He throws. I believe they're going to call that incomplete. Liberty Center coming out and showing a new color here. This is what the fans have been begging for, is to open it up. But Bryan with a good pass rush. They're going to rule that was incomplete. I believe so. Joe's arm was coming forward. Probably a wise thing to do. Maybe his thoughts were just to get the ball down, but it did work, and we saved ourselves about a 10-yard loss. But now we're facing 2nd and 10, Jim. Do we go back to the ground? We haven't had that much luck there yet, or do we keep it in the air?
I think you got to loosen up the Golden Bears a little bit any way you can, and we'll see what the Tigers have got called for this.
Yeah, they've got 6 men on the line and 3 linebackers. Now here's a reverse coming the other way. It's up to speed now. Kicks it outside. That was Jesse Smith on the end around, and definitely opened up a little bit of room for Liberty Center now, as that's going to bring up a gain of about 6 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. A little more manageable area here, and now we are in what at Liberty Center we like to refer to as 4-down territory, and that means anywhere within 55 yards of the other team's goal line. 3rd down and 4, ball on the Bryan 46. Tigers with 2 tight ends. Give up inside, following good block, a good lead block by the pulling guard, number 58, Baum. Very close to 1st down yardage. Yeah, they rule it 1st down, gain of about 5 on the play. Ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line. You know, Jim, well, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I believe these teams have kind of got the feel of this playing surface and have banged around on each other just long enough to kind of know what it's like across the line of scrimmage. So we're liable to see some good football now, Spike.
Well, definitely both teams have shown the willingness to open it up and come out of there and with using their every trick in the book here. Here's the give up inside to Zeiter. Zeiter with 1st down running. About 12-yard gain for Zeiter down inside the Bryan 30. Liberty Center getting a strong push with their offensive line there. Great surge by the Tigers.
Not only that, there was some good ball handling back there by Joe Jurasic.
Oh, there's no doubt. I'm really impressed with Joe this year. He so much improved over last year. He is just the master out there. He's definitely the quiet leader of the team. I just can't say enough about his abilities and his leadership for the Tigers. Tigers now with Atkinson in a wing left, 2 tight ends. Bryan with the linebacker blitz. Give up inside. Hard running, I believe, by Zeiter. No, that was Cam Smith. Sam Smith. I'll get it right one of these days. Sam with some strong running. That's the thing with that linebacker blitz. You're taking a big chance. You could stuff that thing for a 2-yard loss, or as we saw there, about a 7-yard gain. Liberty Center's ball now on the Bryan 22. 2:39 remaining in the 1st quarter. Liberty Center driving. We have the same formation as last time. Atkinson in the wing left, 2 tight ends. Here is the give to number 32. I believe that's Cam Smith. Cam caught behind the line for about a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, that was a good defensive set there by the Golden Bears. They strung that play out and just kept the pursuit coming, and they did trap the Tiger ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage. But a nice ball control drive here for the Tigers, so they're in good position, but they need to move the sticks here now on 3rd down.
Well, Bryan's selling their soul to stopping the run here as they're putting 9 men up around the box. Tigers now with Smith split out wide right. Jurasic to throw. To Atkinson following a block, cuts it up inside. Big gain for the Tigers down to the 14-yard line of Bryan. Nice little play set up there as Atkinson swung out of the backfield, cut up inside a block. Perhaps some people may even call that a pick play. No way. No, that's just good downfield blocking, good Tiger football.
Nevertheless, it was well executed, and give it to Seth for really focusing in on that ball and catching it before he needed to run. But good move the sticks play by the Tigers.
Tigers now with a wing left. Here is the sweep left to Cam Smith. The deep pitch and sweep left. Gain of maybe 2 on the play.
Number 5, Derek Queen on the tackle for the Golden Bears.
Tigers are calling a timeout. 1:11 here remaining in the first quarter on NCTV 5. The Tigers leading the Golden Bears 7-6.
Spike, I think this would maybe be a good opportunity to note that it is with a great degree of sadness we note the passing of Jim Meeker. He was presently the head administrator at Old Fort High School, and he was a football coach, teacher, and administrator in the Liberty Center school system for a period of time, and certainly will be sadly missed by the community of Liberty Center. He was head coach for Liberty when they first made the state playoffs, and certainly well thought of in our community. And at the young age of 48, it's a great deal of sadness that such a fine educator is no longer around.
Well, without a doubt, Jim Meeker came in and turned the Tiger football program around. Oh, we got a flag on the play, a little overzealous linebacker blitz, and perhaps, of course, there may have been movement on the Tiger line, and that's what we're going to get called here. Yeah, the Tigers perhaps got a little baited there. Offensive lineman jumped as the Bryan linebacker was coming across.
Yeah, Spike, when you think of last week, the way Wasion continually gambled with their linebackers, and when they gambled right, they were in the right spot to stuff the running play, but at times they weren't. So you just wonder what they've seen or what they're going to try to do here, but it does make offensive line blocking difficult.
That's right, Jim. Tigers lined up now wing right, their standard formation. Jurasic fakes a handoff, throws deep. Smith wide open, just over the end line. Smith had everybody beat in the end zone, but the pass was just a little over his head. And now the Tigers will be facing a 3rd down and 14 from the Golden Bears 17-yard line. Jim, it was a 5-yard penalty, but with where the spot of the ball is, it appears to be the Tigers only penalized 4 yards, I guess, which is neither here nor there. But going back to your point, hey, when you're facing the best ground game in Northwest Ohio, what would you do, Jim? Now here's the give to Smith off the left side, following the blockers. He's going to get back what they lost on a penalty and a couple more. And that will bring up 4th and long, about 4th and 8 on the Bryan 13-yard line.
Spike, at this point in the high school season, teams have seen enough film of each other to know what teams prefer to do in given situations, and they also know what they like to do. So in order to stop those things, there's a variety of things that they try to come up with.
Smith wide right, Atkinson in a wing split left. Jurasic drops back to throw, looks for Smith, and it's going to be over his head. The Bryan Golden Bears have held where they will take over on their own 13-yard line. Well, Jim, it just isn't always going to work. The Tigers got down there. The Bryan Golden Bears gambled. They stuffed the run. The Tigers were forced to throw. And it's a cool night, and you're not always going to be on the mark, which is the downside to the passing game.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's just about it for the first quarter. There's 18 seconds left, and the Golden Bears take over.
Bryan not showing any conservativeness here with 2 wideouts left. Here's the give up inside, gain of maybe a yard. That'll bring the first quarter to a close, and that will be Liberty Center holding on to that slim 1-point lead, 7-6. But you still have to throw the football. When they're coming at you with all those guns, you're going to have to loosen them up. And I think the Tigers, with this gambling Bryan defense, sure, they're going to have to run the ball to keep them honest, but you're going to have to take it downfield a little bit too. I think they're just going to have to keep going with it.
Oh yeah, and that's where the coaches up in the press box kind of see what the defense is giving them, and then at that point they start making adjustments or at least suggestions on how to counteract what they're seeing. And if you're going to live and die by the rush, you're going to get burned by the, as you say, over-the-top pass play where people are not staying in their positions. But a good football game here tonight, and weather has cleaned up just a tad. At this point, it's not drizzling. The fans are alive and going hard. The band's going, and we're ready for the second quarter. And as we look at the scoreboard, it is 7-6, Liberty Center over Bryan.
Yeah, actually, the field appears to be in great shape, and we've seen little, if any, sign of any poor footing so far. Sometimes at the end of the season, the field can start to get tore up out in the between the 30s and in the middle, but this field looks in great shape. So I think that really is very little factor here. In past years on the old Bryan field, such maybe was not the case. There have been a lot of war stories and horror stories.
Snowstorms and sleet.
Yeah. Well, here are the Golden Bears set with wideouts on either side. Here's the give. Pitch almost. He was hitting the backfield, got it off, and the Tigers strung out, did a good job to contain that pitch sweep heading left. And now that will bring up a 3rd and about 4 for Bryan on their own. Boy, it's really difficult to get a judge here. Somewhere about their own 20-yard line, 19-yard line we'll call it. Bryan with wideouts again either side, lined up more in an I formation now. Up inside and hit. Nice job in there by one of the interior linemen. That'll bring up 4th down and about 2. Tackle was made by Andy Silvas, knifing through the interference. Tigers bringing their punt return team onto the field. Newell, that's not Newell dropping back to punt. But Bryan with 4th and 2 on their own 17 in a punt formation. Here it is, end over end. Taken, Atkinson had to get around the referee, and now wisely steps off the ball. The referee downfield did the Tigers a great injustice there. Atkinson was set to have a big return, and once Atkinson had to go around the official, that thing was over with. And Seth wisely got the heck away from that football.
Yeah, that's well said, Spike. He knew where he wanted to be, Seth did, and he didn't even see the official. He just started going to the ball so he could field that and come up with a return, but they just got tangled up back there in a big way. But Tigers in gear right now with good field possession.
Well, as an old friend of mine used to refer to, perhaps there'll be some poetic justice down the line. Tigers in 2 tight ends, wing left, give inside. Now I imagine Sam Smith. He goes for 1st down yardage. Jim, it appeared to me that they gave it to the fullback, Zeider, but no way, that ball was pitched wide, and the Tigers rambled. I believe it was Sam Smith, rambled for about 10 yards. Bring up 2nd down and very short.
Yeah, he was second back through there, and most of us all bought that fake on that first play, but it wasn't the way it was.
Well, you know, the Tigers, I think, are getting the best of both worlds here with their, Jurassic's deftness. Deftly handling the ball, I should say. It's almost like the advantage of an option play is you just can't tell who's got it. Now the quick give inside to, I believe that was Cam Smith. It's almost like the option play, Jim. There you go. You give it to the fullback bursting through and blast it away for another 1st down for the Tigers.
Well, I will say that offensive line is owning the line of scrimmage at this point. They've taken this possession and just very skillfully created the cracks that our back needed, and they're just plain moving the sticks right down the field.
Well, and you know, that's really a credit to the Tiger line, because you look at this defensive front for the Bryan Golden Bears, and there's no doubt they're much bigger than we are, but technique and some determination really does it. Here's the inside reverse, kicked outside, Atkinson breaks a tackle around the right side, heading down the sideline at the 20, the 10, the 5, it's a touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah.
What a play by Liberty Center. Jim, that is you're either going to go for no gain or that thing is going to go for a heck of a long way.
Oh, I know. There was bodies all over the place in there. He was shoulder to shoulder with people, and he just kept on going. Pretty soon, a little daylight on over toward the sideline, and hang up a 6 for the Tigers. I'm surprised the cameraman could hang on to camera.
Well, and the surprising thing was, for a change, I was able to pick out who had the football. Atkinson took that inside reverse, broke it up the middle, kicked it back out to the right, broke a couple tackles along the way, and with his speed, he was off to the races. Well, there you go. Maybe that's that poetic justice we talked about. Here's the spot by Zeiter. The kick by Jurasics, of course, is good, and the Tigers lead now 14-6 at 9-1-1 in the second quarter.
You know, that has to be tough on the Golden Bear defense. They had played the Tigers pretty good, although right from this very possession, this drive the Tigers manifested, they were moving the ball in pretty good chunks of yards, and the offensive line was clearly owning the line of scrimmage, and then they break a big one. But that's the explosiveness that has been the trademark of this Tiger team of 1997. I mean, they may have them stopped for a little while, but all of a sudden somebody will pop one, and a big gainer results, and in this case a touchdown, which gives the Tigers a pretty substantive lead at this time.
Yeah, I think we're going to find out maybe perhaps what the Bryan Golden Bears are made of too. Highly touted team coming into the season. Everybody knew they were going to be able to run the football quite well, and now Liberty Center scored on 2 out of 3 possessions. I believe this is going to tell the tale. I think this possession right here for Bryan is going to say a lot in how how the rest of the tempo of this game goes. They're going to it'll be up to the Tigers defense to dictate here what they do.
Yeah, after the Bryan first possession where they moved the football on the ground and through the air quite well.
Oh, Jim, we got a little action down here at the other end. Tigers claim they've got the football. We're going to have to wait to get the pile and scramble. Yes, it has! Liberty Center Tigers come up with the ball. Well, that may have been the story of the game there. Liberty Center with that short end-over-end kick, bounding up and down, bounced off one of the linemen for Bryan.
Chris Baum on recovery.
Chris Baum called on the recovery. The Tigers will take over on the Golden Bear 36.
Oh, that's a great turnover to have, Spike. Now we got a chance to really come up big here.
Tigers with 2 tight ends, Smith and Silvis. Atkinson in a wing right formation. Here is the fake. Jurasics rolling out, looking downfield, throws deep. He's wide open. Oh, a nice play by the Bryan Golden Bears as they recovered to get back, tip the ball away from a wide open, I believe, Jesse Smith. Jurasics rolling to his left side, just couldn't quite get enough on that ball to get it all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, that's true. Just a little bit more arm there would have resulted in another 6, but from where they were at the field with these conditions and such, that's a long ways to go. Besides that, Jesse Smith can cover ground quick. He was out there.
And the Tigers did that out of their 2 tight formation. Atkinson in that wing right. Here's the give to Zeiter off the left side, breaking tackles, bounding, rolling forward, blowing through the Golden Bear defense. Big gain, carried about 3 tacklers, 7 yards. Jesse Smith over on the other side of the field's down. Boy, it's hard to say now what the injury is. The gain by Zeiter, about 11 yards. Tigers will have a first down. It appears on the 25-yard line. 2 coaches.
Some of these games have been played in really inclement weather. I remember some sleet where it actually was building up on people's glasses as they tried to watch the game.
Yeah, you're never going to know about this weather with Bryan. Jesse walked off the field under his own power, so that's a good sign for Jesse and a good sign for the Tigers. Here's the handoff straight up the middle, just off inside the tackle to Sam Smith. Short gain, maybe 2 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. You know, Jim, in a short interview with Coach Lindgren yesterday, and this just shows to go how much you can believe some people. Rex told me, I guarantee you we're going to come out with a conservative attack. And Liberty, quite out of character, has been anything but conservative here, as they're pulling out all the stops. Tigers with that tight formation. Jurassic's on a keeper, follows a good block, moves down. Nice gain by Jeff. Joe. Joe, excuse me forever and ever. I'll make that mistake 35 more times.
Yeah, Jeff's the coach, but he won't mind.
All right, Tigers now with a little bit better chance here as they're facing a 3rd and 5 ball on the Bryan 20-yard line.
From a Tiger point of view, I'm liking it that it's a nice, clean game. We haven't seen any real mistakes that wouldn't look good this time of the season, Spike.
Looks like Jesse back in the game now. 2 tight ends, Atkinson wing left. Here's a pitch right to Zeider. Follows the block, cuts it back up inside behind the block of Smith. And it will bring up a 4th down and short yardage, a gain of about 4 for Zeider. Tigers sitting pretty well here at 4th down and 1. They can use any number of things here, Jim. They can power it straight ahead. They can fake that, go with Joe, maybe even dump it out quick to the tight end. So it gives the Tigers a lot of options here.
Yeah, last time they had a 4th down, the Golden Bears stuffed it, so let's see what they can do this time. But it would be good if the Tigers could move the sticks here.
Wing left, 2 tight ends. Jurassic's under center. Bryan stuffing the line. Here is the give to Zeider going left, and I don't believe he made it. The Golden Bears held on that on their right defensive line. Tigers got no push, and they will turn it over again deep in Bryan territory. Tigers with 4 possessions scored twice and got the ball deep in Bryan territory, but failed to score here. 6:09 remaining in the half, 14-6, Liberty Center leads. Bryan taking over on their own 16. 1 wide out left. Here is the pitch going wide right. Nice downfield blocking. And he kicks it out down the sideline, and good enough, I believe, for 1st down yardage.
This option offense that the Golden Bears run is certainly entertaining because you see that ball being flipped all over the place. And at this point, anyway, they have always gathered in those pitches. But that was a long pitch, clear over to the sideline. But Tigers on it pretty well.
Just short of the 1st down, 2nd down and 1. Yeah, wide out left. Turn, spin, hit in the backfield, but gets rid of the pitch. Strings it outside. That'll be a gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be a Bryan 1st down. And the Tigers doing a good job of open field tackling there as Bryan loves to get that thing out there and wide open, because if we miss a tackle there, it's off to the races for the Golden Bears.
Yeah. Wide out over here. Boy, they split them out.
Give up inside. No. Kicked outside. Newell. Gain of about 6. Yeah, there's no doubt that Bryan is going to move the football, and they will get their yardage. It's just a matter of bend and don't break for the Liberty Center Tigers. Let's see, Jim. Tigers normally line up in the 5-2. I wonder if there's any variation in that tonight. We'll see if we can pick up the Tigers set here. We've got what appears to be, it's the 5-2 with the umbrella defensive backs. Here's the deep pitch coming right. Tigers stringing it out. Nice tackle down here, but close to the 1st down. Tackle by number 69, Kenzie Kern, but enough for a 1st down.
It's about 4 minutes to go in the half, and at this point, the Golden Bears got a nice drive going. They sure like to use the field from sideline to sideline. They just pitch that ball all over the place, and everybody looking for it, but the Tigers defending it pretty well at this time.
Yeah, Bryan Golden Bears with wide outs on either side. Here is the spin, the give, up the middle. From their own 45, they ramble over midfield. Gain of about 7. It will bring up a second down. Perhaps about an 8-yard gain. Bring up second down and 2 on the Tiger 46-yard line. Clock running at 4:09 in the first half. This is a big series for Liberty's defense here. It'll be a feather in their cap if they can hold Bryan in. Bryan on the march. Here is the power give left. That's going to be very close. I believe he got it. Spot is right on the line. Tigers doing a good job there defensively, Jim, as they only held them to a 2-yard gain, but that's all they needed.
Yeah, that's it. When you can move the ball pretty extensively the first 2 downs and you have 3rd and short, that makes the play calling easier. But with 3.5 minutes to go, Tigers need to stop this Golden Bear offense or they'll even it up before the half.
1st and 10 on their Liberty 45-yard line. Dropping back to throw. Pass is a little high. Still catchable, but it was a high pass. Incomplete, defended over there by Miller and Kern. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 3:22. Bryan may have to go to the air here because they don't break a lot of real big plays, but the clock runs steady. So it'll be close here. If the Tigers can stiffen for a couple of plays, keep that clock moving, we may be able to hold off before the half. Here is the give inside, and good yardage down inside the 40. Gain of about 6. Bryan with that spread formation stretches the Tigers out and gives them good running ability.
Yeah, that was rather deceptive. The whole Bryan offense was geared to the left side of the Tigers. It looked like there wasn't even any blocking over here for the back that carried the ball, but had the Tigers fooled a little bit and a big gainer for them.
Well, you know, the Tigers with that Bryan strength, they have to respect when Bryan runs that power sweep. And they came back across the grain. There's a fumble picked up by the quarterback. There's a break for Liberty Center. A fumble by the quarterback on the on the snap, but he recovered it. It'll be a loss of 2. That'll bring up a 4th down and a loss of 1. It'll bring up 4th and 3. Bryan with the ball on the Tiger 38-yard line. Well, Jim, with the clock running at 2:22, it goes without saying this is a huge play for the Tiger defense.
It is, and I think back of, Bryan just called a timeout, but I think back where they were running that option offense, and they can pass off of it, they can do many things off of it, and I just wonder if maybe they'll come up with that, which can give the Tigers troubles at times.
Yeah, they're going to keep our defense spread, and I think Liberty Center. In the scheme of things here, it's going to have to depend on the bend and don't break philosophy. And if you can slow them down, just hope for somewhere along the way a mistake, just as we saw on that last play from scrimmage. Well, as we return to action here after the Bryan timeout, 2:13 left to go in the half. Liberty leads 14-6. We have a flag thrown.
What is this? On the bench?
Perhaps
On the bench, about something.
a rare rule interpretation here. We'll get the, it's going to go, fortunate for Liberty Center, it will be walked off, a 5-yard call against the Golden Bears.
What is it, Tom? They're pointing to the bench, pointing to the sideline there.
Golden Bear substitution infraction.
Substitution infraction.
We get the call from the press box. Yeah, Jim, what kind of a substitution infraction could that be, I wonder? The ball wasn't snapped. Now
that's it. They were maybe trying to be deceptive and not give away the play, and the guy stepped on the field of play right at the last second, and you can't do that.
Okay, Bryan now with 2 wideouts left, 4th and 8. Here's the fake pitch. He's going to throw deep, and he's open. It's caught. Nice play by the Golden Bears with their 2 wideouts left. They sent the inside man out, and the outside man cut across the middle and was open for about a 12-yard gain. It'll be first down on Liberty Center's 30-yard line.
That was nice defense by the Tigers, but a beautiful strike by the Golden Bear quarterback, and even with the penalty, he had some yards to throw that ball for, but it moves the sticks, and so the Tigers got their hands full right here before the half ends.
Yeah, quarterback Hub has been a little high on his throws, but that one was right on the money, and they've got a first down. Here's the give to the fullback. No, excuse me, that's number 33, Newell. Gain of about 4. Clock running at 1:40 now. Bryan, I believe, with 2 timeouts remaining. They'll bring up it'll be a 5-yard gain, second down and 5 on the Tiger 26. Bryan continuing with that wide open formation. 2 wideouts left, but the full house backfield. Here's the fake inside. There's confusion. We've got a possible fumble here. I believe they're going to rule the ball was down. Jim, just what happened on that play after the snap?
Well, there was an exchange right there between the quarterback and the ball carrier, and a tackle in progress as he tried to pitch it or hand it off, and so right away, officials right on it, but we'll appreciate the officials for catching that substitution infraction just a minute ago. They didn't want to give away what they had planned, so the receiver just stepped off of the bench area of the Golden Bears just in time for the snap, trying to catch the Tigers not looking. But the official caught it and stopped play and made them earn it. But the Golden Bears did move the sticks, and now they've got a third down with 1 minute and 1 second to go.
Now new formation, 2 wideouts to the right, 2 running backs and a tight end. Hug takes the snap, looks, throws upfield. Incomplete over the head. The Bryan Golden Bear faithful here wanted a pass interference call. You know, Jim, they call high school pass interference is ruled much differently than what we see on TV with college and pro.
Yeah, I don't understand the interpretation either, but on this particular play, there was kind of a traffic jam out there, but it wasn't intentional. The boys just were grouped in the same area, and so anyway, it was incomplete, and Golden Bears down to a 4th down here.
57 seconds to go. Huge play for the Tigers. Hug dropping back, throws, caught on a slant pattern, and he's in for a touchdown. The Bryan Golden Bears on a 4th and 5 on their own 26-yard line. Caught the Tigers with that quick slant pattern across the middle. He took it down in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that receiver was a big target, and the quarterback Hub hit him right where he ought to, and he put it in there. So now the dilemma, the score 13-14, the Golden Bears lining up, and it's going to be pretty even at halftime.
Bryan going for the 2-point conversion to tie. 2 wideouts right. 2 in the backfield, tight end. Here's the fake, the pitch wide. Here he is, he's going to be in for the score. Rodney Brewer takes the deep pitch right. Good downfield blocking for the Bryan Golden Bears. And with 51 seconds to go, the score is knotted at 14 apiece. Liberty Center, Jim, I'm a little concerned here. They had some big 4th down plays here, but Bryan was able to come up with a big play and beat the Tiger defense. Liberty Center going to have to find a way to tighten up here. The Golden Bears on that touchdown pass, the quick slant across the middle, very difficult to defend, and especially at the high school level.
Yeah, exactly. With real good coordination between the quarterback and a good tall receiver, that's very difficult to sniff out. But this is a real football game, Spike, no question. And both teams having some success in various areas, but halftime is soon upon us with 51 seconds. Now, maybe with the Tigers' big play capability, they can get something up there.
Bryan wisely scooted that ball along the ground. taking away any chance the Tigers had for a big return. Question now is, will the Tigers be content to take this tie at halftime, or will they come out and see if they can make something happen here? They're lining up with Smith wide left. They're coming out with 2 wideouts. Here's the give up the middle. Gain of about 3 on the play. Not a bad call, actually, Jim, because if he can break that thing for 10 or 15 yards and get them up near midfield where they can be in a position to throw deep 3 times. Tigers with 2 wideouts now.
Yeah, half a minute to go, Spike.
Jurasic drops back, throws a quick screen on the outside to Atkinson. Atkinson tries to cut it back up the middle and bring up 3rd down, clock running at 16. And I believe Liberty Center going to be content to let the clock run. They've got 1 more play, clock down at 7 seconds now. Jurasic's back to throw, rolling left, throws downfield, just behind the outstretched hand of Andy Silvas. And with 1 second to go, it'll be 4th and 5, the Tigers with the ball on their own 40-yard line.
The momentum definitely is in the Golden Bear scheme of things right now, but there's a whole half of football to play, and the coaches have plenty of time to sort it out and discuss the plan for the second half. So I look for the Tigers to come out like a swarm of hornets.
Well, you know, they've taken away our breakaway running game for the most extent. Jurasic's back to throw. He throws deep down the sideline. Caught. No, they're going to rule the ball bounced. Incomplete down around the 20-yard line, and that'll end the first half at 14 in this wide open offensive struggle.
Bryan Golden Bears have not lost on their home field this year, so they've got a lot of pride going. And in the first half there, a few times when it really counted, seemed to have the Tiger offense stymied, at least in their gambling defense, shut down. Sometimes there were two key fourth down plays when the Tigers needed a first down, and the last time only needed 1.5 yards and didn't get it. So we'll see if Lady Momentum will get on the backs of the Tigers here.
Yeah, Jim, there's no tomorrow. As we said before, if the Tigers want to make that postseason trip, they have to come out of here with a victory. Short, low line drive kick taken at about the 30-yard line by one of the upbacks. He gets around the outside, cuts it back up. Nice little return. Try to get the number of the return man there. Cam Smith, no wonder. Cam almost got around the corner. He carried the ball about 60 yards. Returned the ball. Tigers are going to have relatively good field position here. Yeah, Jim, I believe they're on the their own 42-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, the Bryan Golden Bears came up real big twice on defense, snuffed out the Tigers on fourth down. Tigers now on that inside handoff. There he goes, around the outside at the 30, the 20. He's not going to be caught. It's a Tiger touchdown. First play from scrimmage. That was Cam Smith. Exploded on that inside handoff, inside the tackle, off the left side.
That was Sam?
Sam, I thought it 30, excuse me, number 33, Sam Smith. Jim, that was a 56-yard touchdown jaunt.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know how those boys were able to be warmed up enough to make that happen, but he burst through there, and true to Tiger form earlier in the season, there just was no denying him, and he just, with a blur of speed, thundered all the way to the goal line and hung up a quick 6 for the Tigers. How explosive can they be? However, the extra point was no good. Tigers up 20-14 with just a few seconds gone in this third quarter. Spike.
Well, even though we did score right off the bat, and we're going to put the onus on Bryan to answer. Big miss by the Tigers. Only their third miss on this year, on 38 attempts, only their third miss. And you kind of take those for granted, but all of a sudden now we're in a big game, and Tigers' lead is only 6.
Oh, yeah, but you got to mark that up to the weather conditions. That ball's cold and a little slick. It started to drizzle again, and it just wasn't ideal conditions for a point after attempt. But like you say, you got to hang something up there because that puts them very reachable. So anyway, that over with. Golden Bears looking forward to their first possession of the second half.
Tigers set to kick off now. Jurasics lets it go. End over end kick again. Rolls down inside the 20-yard line. Fumble, bobbled around. Picked up. Trying to get around the right side. And he's going to be tackled right there by Jesse Smith. And the referee is going to get him, I imagine, for some kind of a equipment, a face mask call. Boy, Jim, I don't know. It appeared that he had him around the shoulder pads.
You know, we had a perfect view of that, and I didn't know indicating just that. I was just about to brag on the Tigers' swarming defense or pursuit of that kickoff because they really covered that well, and he had bobbled the reception to the point to give the Tiger defenders time to really get there in his face.
Well, be that as it may, the Tigers still in relatively good shape here. The Bryan Golden Bears on their own 24-yard line. Give inside to Newell, kicks it outside, bounces off a tackle, comes back in. Jim, it looked like he was stopped for about a 1-yard gain, but with his explosiveness, he bounced off the tackle and then went right back at it and gained about 4 yards on the play.
That's just exactly what that was a bounce around, Spike. He banged in here and banged in there.
Well, kid come to play football. At halftime, we had a chance to talk to a few of the Bryan people that are follow their team, and they said this is the most that Bryan has thrown the ball all season. Oh, now we've got another flag on the play. I don't know if it's a face mask or if it's a hold on number 14.
They're putting him for a hold.
Tackled by
Yeah, the initial, yep, definitely a hold. Big break there for Liberty Center. Kind of, actually, if you want to trade penalties, better off here for Liberty Center, as that will bring up a second and long situation for the Golden Bears, which will perhaps dictate what they'll have to do on offense.
Yeah, you always like the second half to see what adjustments were made on both sides of the ball as the coaches have had time to talk it over with their players, and they come out and maybe have a different wrinkle to try and do what they need to do. But major penalty here against the Golden Bears. He's just walking that ball right back on them.
Clipping was the call. It will bring up second and about 95. Well, actually,
13-yard line.
the ball is on the 13. They're going to call it second down and 27. I don't think it's that many, Jim. Maybe second and 22. Here is the sweep. Now the fake. He drops back, throws long. And beautiful defensive play by the Tigers.
For number 33, Tim Newell.
Try to get the number of that. We got the call. Ryan Zeider came across as the receiver streaking down the sideline. Ryan timed it perfectly, knocked it away. It'll bring up third and long.
Oh, yeah, Ryan had that ball zeroed in all the way, and he was going to catch it. He had interception all over his eyeballs, but the receiver came and banged hard there as he ran his pattern, and incomplete pass.
Bryan now comes out with two wideouts left, man in motion going left. Here is the option pass, dropping back, throws deep. Jesse Smith there, intercept ahead. Jesse Smith once again shows his superiority out in the middle of the field. Jesse's athleticism, good head for the ball. The Bryan quarterback rolling out, couldn't really get his feet set. That Bass could have been in trouble, but without being able to get your feet set, Jim, Jesse read it and ate the pass up.
Yeah, that's good for the Tigers, and it appears as though the Golden Bears should have ate that ball or thrown it away, because he wasn't in position to make that play at all.
Well, but they're gamers. They're coming right at the Tigers. It's no holds barred. Here comes another linebacker blitz. Here's the give off the left side to Ryan Zeider. He bowls ahead, a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play. Bryan Golden Bears are coming right at Liberty Center. They're not holding anything back, and I think you really have to give them a lot of credit also. They're not playing it back. They're coming after us.
Yeah, you see those linebackers for the Golden Bears jumping and changing slots and just try to confuse the offensive line scheme there for the Tiger blockers.
Tigers now with excellent field position as they're with a second down and 4 on the Bryan 32-yard line. Tigers with a wing right Atkinson. Here is the give to Zeider on it. No,
Keeper.
That's a keeper. Beautiful call by Joe Jurasic. I got it right that time. Joe faked that inside handoff, rambled down for about a 12-yard gain. A Liberty Center now with a first down on the Bryan 22-yard line.
Yeah, Spike, that play worked to perfection as he put the ball in the back's hands and took it out and ran around there and really had the purple shirts fooled nicely there.
Yeah, as I said, the Tigers, it almost comes out of there like the option play, because now we've got Atkinson in motion left. Here's a fumble in the backfield, and I believe Jurasic fell on it. Tigers, certainly not a new play in the scorebook, but one we haven't seen yet tonight, with Atkinson coming in motion from his wing right position. And usually Atkinson gets the ball, and once he turns it upfield, very explosive as a north-south runner. Now the Tigers with a 2nd and 10 at the 20, well, perhaps 2nd and 11 at the 23. Now they'll have to open it up here. Well, no, Jim, they don't have to do anything. They'll run what they want. Atkinson going in motion left again. Give coming back to Smith. Smith cuts it up, battles through tacklers, carries about 3 tacklers the last 5 yards, and he's got first down yardage. Gain of 13 yards by Smith down to the 10-yard line. First and goal from the 10-yard line. I don't think we can get a first down.
Hard to keep our Smith straight, but a very strong run by Sam. Really knifed through there and moved the sticks.
I think in the future, any brother combination like this, they're going to have to give them numbers of 20 and 30 so we can read them easier. This 32 and 33 business don't work. Get it. Now the give inside to Seth Atkinson from his wing position. He rambles down inside the 5 to the 4. It will bring up a 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Zeiter, excuse me, no wonder.
Number 3.
See, there you go, Jim. They've got a 2 and a 3. I'm getting a little tired of this numbering system.
Nice ball control drive here since the interception by one of the Smith brothers. So Tigers right down there close to the goal line, and this would be a very momentous score for the Tigers if they can continue.
Bryan has been successful at stopping Liberty Center twice deep in their own territory. Here is the give. Inside, it'll be about no gain on the play. Smith, a valiant effort there, but
Done the play by number 27.
that was 33 Cam Smith. That was, oh, geez, never mind. Duh.
3rd down.
Excuse me, Sam is 33, Cam is 32.
Jesse is 11.
Jesse is 11, obviously. Zeiter is 3, Seth is 2, but those numbers, Jim, look so much alike from our vantage point.
3rd down and 5. We got
3rd and 5 from 3rd and goal on the 5. Atkinson in a wing left, 2 tight ends. Jurassic give inside to Smith. Goes nowhere. The whole interior of the Bryan defense ate that up.
Yeah.
Tigers now 4th and goal.
These purple-shirted Bears have a nice goal line defense. I mean, they've just plain stuff things, and so we're looking at a 4th down tonight, and the ball on the Golden Bear 5-yard line. So we'll see what the Tigers have planned. They need another score here. Already the score 20-14, Liberty Center, but here we go with 4th down, Spike.
Tigers going for it rather than the attempted field goal. They figure they're going to have field position. Jurassic's dropping back, throws deep. It's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
Right in. Silvas.
Number 82,
Andy Silvas.
Andy Silvas on the score. Jurassic's little play action, rolled left, lofted it high as Andy did a down and across, deep in the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Tigers 26-14 at the 6:29 mark. Well, Jim, Tigers finally came up big in a 4th down situation. What a huge feather that have been for the Golden Bears had they held.
Oh, yeah, but this is a key point in the game for the Tigers, and that was a well-executed pass play to the tight end, Silvas.
Tigers now going for 2. Jurassics fakes inside. There's a fumble, and Bryan will recover. Last week we saw the Wasion Indians fumble into the end zone. The Tigers had it, and I believe he would have scored, but the fumble just before, and the Tigers now lead 26-14. Jim, I want to add this little insight. At 4th and 5, 4th and goal on the 5 with a 6-point lead, it seemed rather obvious to me I'd have gone for 3. Had we gone for 3, Jim, well, that's true. Our cameraman notes that we had a bad angle, and that's certainly a point to be taken into consideration. But I'd have probably went for 3 here to give me a 9-point lead, and that's just why I'm not coaching, because now Liberty leads by 12.
Okay, Spike. Yeah, there's a lot of people with a lot of different thoughts on how to get it done, but I don't think the weather conditions favor a kicking game at this point either. So they thought the way things were going, they could fool these Golden Bears with a play-action pass play to the tight end, and it was executed perfectly. The ball was there, and Silvas gathered it in, and now the Tigers with a little breathing room, a 12-point lead at this time with 6.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Tigers lining up now to kick off. Jurassic boots it. Another end-over-end kick, bounces high, taken at the 27-yard line.
Nice coverage.
Smoked right there, just across the 30. Good coverage by Liberty Center, as they seem to be sticking with this plan of the end-over-end kick, not wanting to give Bryan the big breakaway play here.
You know, special teams play a big part in any game scheme, and Tigers have always been good on their coverages, like for kickoffs and punt coverage, but I didn't see a block thrown by the Golden Bears that last play, Spike.
Well, Jim, I guess maybe we'll say that we're going to test the Bears again at how bad they want this. Here now the fake inside, quarterback keeps it. He rambles forward, nice little gain for Hug. 6-yard gain will bring up 2nd down and 4. Well, once we get the spot, it will be about a 5-yard gain just across the 35. 2nd and 5 with 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Liberty Center leading 26-14. One wide out left, one wide out right, 3 men in the backfield, no tight end. Here is the pivot, the quarterback keeper. Stopped, tackled, I believe, by Silvas. He's close to a 1st down. I think just, no, the spot now is going to make it about 3rd and 2. They need to get just across the 40. It'll be about 3rd and a yard and a half.
Remember the last drive the Bears had resulted in an interception, a nice interception out there by one of the Smith brothers. So they're a little loath to put the ball up right away, but it's 3rd and just about 2 yards.
Yeah, the Bears only averaged 6 passes a game. They far went beyond that. Give inside to Newell, and I believe he falls forward very close. It appears that he's got enough for the 1st down at the Tiger 41-yard line. Getting the spot here. They're going to call time and go an official measurement here, but from this angle, it certainly looks like he's got enough.
We have a timeout for a measurement.
Tigers actually did a nice job on this this particular series of plays here, containing the Golden Bears, and it is enough for a 1st down. Tigers on those last 2 carries, holding Bryan to a total of 2 yards. Silva's closing the hole on 2nd down play, and on that 3rd down play, Newell's momentum just carried him over the line. So Bryan now with a 1st down on their own 41-yard line. 4:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bryan with splits wide both ways. Give inside. We had good penetration by number 54, I believe that's Sharp. Helped slow down the runner. Short gain, only a yard. Tigers' interior defense there stiffened with Sharp's penetration. And
yeah, the Golden Bear backfield handoff there looked just a little awkward too, but he did hang on the ball, but Tigers stuffed it nicely.
Well, now Bryan, expect them to do something a little more wide open here. They've been somewhat conservative thus far. Splits both ways. Quarterback fakes it, now keeps it, and he's going to go, Jim, only for another short gain. Bryan, they call now there's a fumble, but I believe Bryan will retain possession. Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and long. I'm surprised Bryan kind of taking a conservative view here, and it's understandable even only being down 1 touchdown, but now they're down 2, and clock running down here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I thought we'd see a lot of fireworks the 2nd half here, but their first possession, remember, resulted in an interception, so they're a little leery right now.
We've got Zeiter and Smith out here in the 2 wides left. Quarterback down the line of scrimmage, keeping it going outside. He's got 1st down yardage up near midfield.
Driven out of bounds by number 80.
3rd and 9, and with the 2 splits, both on the left, they took the Tigers deep, and Hug simply kept the football, and he's now down inside Liberty Center territory at the 47-yard line.
Bryan does really prefer that option style of quarterbacking, and for the most part, they run that pretty well.
You know, and the quarterback has had a lot of keepers tonight. Newell really hasn't been the workhorse that we expected. Now back to throw, looking, he's got him on the fade, long post pattern, over the head, tight defense by Jesse Smith.
Yeah, that was good defense there, but the quarterback actually had his man because his man had position on the defender. Now, had the pass been there, maybe Jesse could have made a play. He was close enough. He probably could have broken it up, but quarterback not quite on target there, Spike.
Yeah, Jim, I agree with you. I think Jesse would have been able to make the defensive play had the pass been right on the target. Second down now and 10, two wide, split both sides, full house backfield. Shifting right, quarterback fakes the pitch, turns it up, and he's going to work his way into a host of Tiger tacklers, perhaps 4 or 5. Here we go again, Jim. We're third and long for Bryan. The Tigers need a stop right here to force what we would assume to be a Bryan punt. Only a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 8. Real big play for Liberty Center now.
Yeah, you're right, and we'll see a couple flankers there for the Bears.
Yep, 2 wide outs right, 1 tight end, 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback keeper now looking downfield, throwing, tipped, and I think, no, we're going to rule incomplete. Tigers with a little tip drill almost came up with the interception, and might I say, very good coverage by the Tiger secondary.
Oh, they had it like a blanket out there, Spike. I don't know if a professional quarterback could have drilled it in there where it could have been a reception, but this is probably 4-down territory, wouldn't you think, for the Bears at this point in the game?
Well, boy, I don't know. Here again, I would punt, but I don't believe Bryan's going to. A punt here would pin Liberty deep, but with Liberty's explosiveness, I think your best weapon is your offense.
4th and 8.
4th and 8. Here's the fake. Hug dropping back, looking. He's got a man on the sideline, overthrown, and the Tigers with good defense again.
Nice pressure by 78. Is that Lindgren?
That, I believe, is that Ziegler? Ziegler from his defensive end position, really popped Hug.
Yeah.
Pass was overthrown down there on the right sideline around the 30-yard line, and the Tigers will take over on their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, Bryan quarterback didn't have really time to get that pass off with any real authority and couldn't make it accurate. But I think the Tigers had that covered out there anyway, Spike.
Yep, Bryan using much of the same philosophy that Rex Lindgren does. You've got 4 downs to use. Why waste one with a punt? Quick hitter inside. Jurasic's faking the option sweep. And very short gain.
On the play by number 5, Jared Queen. And number 78, Edwin Villalobos.
Second down, and we're going to call it 10 for Liberty Center. Clock running with 2 minutes to go. Now the Tigers come out. Atkinson split wide right. Smith split wide left. Here's the blitz.
Oh, yeah.
And nailed in the backfield. Joe Jurasic's, the Bryan Golden Bear gambling defense, that time worked. They caught Joe Jurasic's dropping back to throw. And now that will bring up 3rd and a huge chunk of real estate for Liberty Center. 3rd and about 17 to go here. Ball resting on the Tiger. Well, Jim, where are we at here? About the 35, 36-yard line?
30, no.
Scoreboard has it 38, but they've really been struggling themselves tonight. I'd say it's around the 30.
Yeah.
30, it's about the 37-yard line. Tigers now with 1 wide out left. Jurasic's back to throw. Looking, throws the home run ball for Smith. Guarded tightly with 2 people. Pass tipped away.
Almost intercepted.
Yeah, almost intercepted down there. Smith picking up double coverage there. Andy Smith ran a short drag pattern over the middle, but he was as well guarded. So the Tigers now looking at 4th and long.
Yeah, Spike, as we see this struggle defensively for the Golden Bears, when it appears as though they're outmanned and even outclassed in some respects, why wouldn't they gamble even more? Because we see they came up with a big play as they shot the linebacker and tackled Joe Jurasic's for a loss.
Punt downfield by Jurasic's taken on the Bryan 28-yard line. where they will take over. And Jim, I think we've seen a season high as Liberty Center has punted twice now in this game.
28-yard line.
That was a good punt, too.
Yeah, Joe had it high, and both times now the Golden Bears have been forced to call for the fair catch. The clock now at 44 seconds and holding here in the third quarter. Jim, even though Liberty's got the 2-touchdown lead, that's all it is. Point after touchdowns now could be very important. Bryan giving inside to Newell. He struggles forward, very tough 3-yard gain there. Liberty Center, I'm impressed. They've really taken him pretty much out of the game tonight.
I would agree. I don't know exactly what their scheme or how they purported to do this, but they've been quite successful because Tim Newell, for all his statistics coming to this game, has been pretty well neutralized outside of that very first possession.
Well, but what we take away, we have also had to give back with Bryan with their spread formations. Here's the option play. Hug around the end, keeps it. Goes out of bounds across the 35 up near about the 30, we're going to call it the 37-yard line. That'll bring up third and about 3, third and about 2. Well, now that we get the spot, it's going to be 3rd and 1. A first down can be gained up around the 38-yard line. Less than a yard here, I believe. Golden Bears now. Now they come out with a tight formation. 2 tight ends, 1 wide out right. Here is the give to Newell. He rambles forward. He's going to easily gain the first down up and over the 40-yard line. And that will be the end of the third quarter. Liberty Center hanging on to that 26-14 lead.
Taylor.
I'd like to remind all Channel 5 fans to support their sponsors, including but not limited to Pizzanella's Pizza there in Liberty Center's, always serving a good pizza almost any time you would expect there to be pizza there. Give them a call. They can take care of you. Swanton Welding, Holgate Metal Fab, just a lot of good people that support this broadcast so that you can enjoy seeing this game. A lot of individuals have backed their team, their cheerleaders, their band members, and we just thank everybody for their sponsorship. If you're interested for the coming season of being a sponsor, see Tom Atkinson, Spike Whitman, Glenn Small, and others. So we're back to live action, Spike.
Well, here we go, fourth quarter action now. NCTV 5 bringing you this game between Bryan and Liberty Center. Bryan on first down at their own 40-yard line. Gives up inside Newell, only gain of about 2. Tigers giving ground grudgingly here. Jim, this is a big series here. Tigers really need a hold here because with only the 12-point lead, 2 touchdowns, and the Tigers are going to go down here. The big stop.
You're exactly correct. And looking at the clock, if the Golden Bears are going to do it, they've got to have something on this drive.
2 wideouts left. Or excuse me, right. Quarterback rolls out, throws deep. Ooh, and caught! Ball was up in the air. Atkinson made a leaping effort to tip the ball away, but somehow over the outstretched hands of Atkinson landed in the arms of the receiver, and Bryan now with a, I should say, oh boy, golden opportunity, has the ball on the Tiger 32-yard line. Jim, 11-11 to go. Boy, we've got a lot of ball game and a little too much from the Tiger standpoint. 2 wideouts either side, give up inside, and again the Tigers giving ground very grudgingly here again.
Yeah. Golden Bear receiver, who at this point goes unnamed, kept his eyes concentrated on that ball and sort of had his own tip drill, even though it was well defended, and did make that reception and possibly a pivotal play. Spike?
Well, Tigers going to have to find a way to come up big here on defense. Golden Bears again with 2 wideouts either way. Here's the pitch deep. Stepping up, Tigers, that was Atkinson stepping up from his safety position. Also Kern and Jesse Smith, helping in on the stop, and we're looking at a 3rd down and 5 to go.
No, Spike, as we're hearing, as this weather begins to drizzle and it's damp and it's cold, and I think a Pizzanello's pizza. Can you imagine how good one of those would taste right now?
Yeah, with plenty of mushrooms and pepperoni and extra cheese. All right, give now. Uh-oh, pitch is deep, is fumbled in the backfield. Liberty Center now. Newell reverses his field. Tigers string it out. And Newell with great presence of mind picks up the loose ball, reverses his field, and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Boy, that could have been a killer for the Golden Bears.
Oh, that's right. That ball was loose, and it was popping around back there. But quick hands, Tim Newell, and quick feet did get it back to the line of scrimmage. But we're looking at that yard marker over there, say 4th down, and well, this is really key. Liberty needs a stop here, although comfortably in the lead. Bryan driving, haven't been able to come up with the big play last time when they needed Spike. What do you see here from the Bears?
Well, they're going to come back out with that wide formation, splits wide left and right. And I imagine they're just going to stick with what's been working. Actually, it's worked fairly well. Hug will keep the ball down the line of scrimmage, and I would assume his pitch man will be a little bit closer. Actually, with the deep pitch and with it bounding away far enough, it actually gave them time to recover. Had that landed at his feet, Liberty Center may have come up with the football.
Yeah, that's well spoken. How much longer is Scott Mitchell going to quarterback?
He's just a rising star coming into his own, Jim.
Come on, Tiger!
Boy, here it is. This is Liberty Center Tiger football, Northwest Ohio football at its finest. 4th and 5 on the Tiger 27. Hug dropping back to throw, getting intense pressure, screen set up, and it's going to win. We've got a flag on the play. Play goes for 1st down yardage off the left side. Well-conceived screen pass, but I believe we're going to get it brought back. I believe I picked up a block in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
They waved it off.
They're going to wave it off.
Flags are being picked up, no penalty.
Well, duh.
Yeah. Oh, we need a replay there, Spike, to see what happened on that. But anyway, a good play choice by the Golden Bears. It did move the sticks, and they're driving.
Ball at the Liberty Center 18-yard line.
Come on, Tiger!
1st and 10 for Bryan on the Tiger 18-yard line. 2 wide outs right. Tight end right, 2 men in the backfield. Here is the fake give inside. Hug the keeper. Kicks it outside, carries a couple of tacklers over to the 10-yard line, down to about the 9, just short of 1st down yardage. Hey, this Hug is a package to bring down, Jim.
Yeah, he is, and he seems to be real good in his choice of when to make that pitch or hang on to it, because they've bobbled maybe once or twice, but with the weather the way it is, they've run that option quite well.
Well, and you have to respect them up the middle first, and that has really opened it up for the quarterback. Now, with the wide side of the field left, Bryan sends 2 wideouts to that side with a tight end left, strong formation. Give inside to Newell, and he is close to 1st down yardage, but I tell you, Jim, it was a struggle to get what he got. Tigers really battling inside on the trenches.
Yeah, and the clock just now slipped below 8 minutes, but if the Golden Bears punch it over the end zone for a touchdown, this will be a whale of a finish to this 2nd week in a row.
Well, that's right, Jim. Last week the score, Tigers were comfortably ahead by 3 touchdowns, and all of a sudden it was 28-22, and point after touchdown wins it. Now the Tigers are going to have to stiffen. Bryan with 2 splits to the left again. Give inside to Newell, and maybe a yard to the 6. Tigers with a small advantage that Bryan's 1st and goal is from the 7-yard line, so obviously a lot better than 1st and goal at the 2.
Yeah, Tiger interior line on defense has stiffened for the most part here all evening. Newell hasn't gotten much inside, and that seems to be where he likes to get his yards.
Yeah, you just got to believe that Hug will keep on being the catalyst here as he takes it around the outside, fakes the pitch, turns it up, and brought down. Beautiful job there, I believe, by Zeider Zeider came up from his defensive back position. Nice open field tackle. And I was worried. I thought Hug was in the end zone. Nice job by Ryan Zeider. It'll be 3rd and goal now on the 3. What? Boy, Jim, with Tigers, this is their season. They need a defensive stand right here.
Yes, they do, and that option gives them so many things that they have to try and cover.
Bryan with 2 wideouts right, tight end right, strong formation to that right side. Tigers looking with a blitz. Hug bolts it over for the touchdown. Tiger pressure came from the opposite side, and Hug took it on a keeper from 3 yards out. Jim, here we go. It's 26-20.
Yeah, there's 6 minutes, just a few, 6 minutes and 16 seconds to go, and looks like they're going to line up for an individual point after.
Well, there really wasn't much point in trying to come up with anything fancy here as they lined everybody up on the left. They come across, here's the spot, the kick, which is at this point academic, is good. Liberty Center now has seen their lead cut to 26-21. 5-point lead, 6:16 to go.
Yeah, and Bryan feeling the surge of momentum right now is just going to play hard. So Tigers need to move those sticks. They got to have some ball control. They want to work on the clock, but by the same token, they do have to move the yard. So we gotta have some offense, Spike.
Well, and really, this is really going to put the pressure on the Tiger offensive play calling here, because obviously you do want to run the football to run the clock. I mean, that goes without saying. But at the same time, with Bryan, for the most part, doing a nice job of shutting down the Tigers' running game, that really Liberty Center has lived off the big play so far. And I believe that's what it's going to come down to. I don't believe we want to throw the ball. Short end-over-end kick taken at the 32, returned across the 40. Liberty Center, good field position.
Cam Smith again.
Cam Smith, the up back, with a little bit of power, took the ball over the 40. Tigers will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line.
All right, Spike, the Tiger band and the Tiger coaches and the fans over there, a sea of orange, really whopping it up, and Tigers need to, very calculating, but need to move that ball.
Well, you got to believe Bryan is going to have everybody up tight. Tigers with the Atkinson wing right. Here's the give. Here's the give. Breaks it wide open. There goes Smith. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Jim, holy mackerel. Just when it looked like the Tigers were in trouble, all the momentum had switched to the Golden Bears. Here we go again. Kaboom. All the way, Jose. Touchdown, baby.
You said it like it was, Spike. And the blitzing linebacker for the Golden Bears shot through there, missed the tackle, left his spot wide open. The Tiger back knife through all the way down, 6 points, Tigers.
That was Zeider on the run, Zeider on that quick hitter. And that's the thing, Jim, with that gambling defense, it's either nothing or it's the big play.
That's it, exactly.
That's the way Bryan's played the game tonight, and you got to give them a lot of credit. Boy, they've come after Liberty Center. I thought they were going to lay down, but by no way did they. But Liberty Center blows through. Joe Jurasics perhaps getting tangled up with his own offensive guard there.
For the point after.
The point after touchdown was no good. Liberty Center leads, though, by 11, 32-21. Still 6 minutes left in the ball game. A lot of time for the Bears.
Spike, how often this season have we seen that kind of explosiveness by this 97 Tiger football team? What a play.
Well, the Tiger speed it has got to be unmatched for the most part anywhere in the state, unless you want to head for Massillon or Cleveland St. Ignatius. It's simply amazing, and you can't coach speed. You can't stop speed. You just have to hope to contain it. And for all the good defense that the Golden Bears have played tonight, finally they just overplayed another time, and boom, it was off to the races for Zyder.
Tiger fans happy to have that lead up to 11 points again.
Well, and I tell you, I was worried. We're only up by 5, and there's so much time left. If we can't get a first down, here we are. We have to hold them out of the end zone, or our playoff hopes go down the drain.
Yeah, and just at that point, we begin to feel momentum. It again shifted to the purple jerseys out there, but Tigers come up with a big play when they had to.
Jurassic's sticking with the game plan, the end-over-end kick. Heads all the way down into the corner, and I believe it went out of bounds.
Yeah, dribbled out of bounds.
Might have been a personal foul.
Oh, now we may not have the ball going out of bounds. It appeared that maybe he did hit it before it went out, and then there was a personal foul. However, that can't bode too well because it could be some kind of a piling or penalty on the Liberty Center.
Pretty decent.
No, now they're going to rule it did go out of bounds.
Well, it's a long ways away from us. It's hard to see that. Yeah.
Our cameraman with the crow's nest advantage here on the spot insists the ball was in play.
Nevertheless, that gives the Golden Bears a good spot, so they're coming out on offense, attempting to move the ball here fairly late in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes to go.
Well, with their explosive offense, I think they're going to have to forget now somewhat about the quarterback and keeping the football. I mean, he'll be able to run a nice series, but I don't believe they've got the time to stick with that. They're going to have to start putting the ball downfield. Bryan with two splits right. Hug keeps the ball and goes for a very negligible gain. Jim, boy, they just can't afford now with being down 2 scores. I believe they've got to stretch it out. They've got to send the ball downfield. If Hug decides to keep the ball in this series, it's going to take 6 minutes to get the ball into the end zone for the first one. So now they line up with 2 wide outs to the right side. Hug fakes play action. Here's the long bomb. Guarded by Atkinson, goes up, and it's caught! It's caught by the Golden Bears down at the 29. Seth Atkinson had very tight coverage with assistance from Zyder coming across, but the Golden Bear receiver at the last second did get some inside position, went up in the air, and was able to cradle the ball. I really don't know how Seth could have really done much of anything different there.
Yeah, he was out there and so forth, but that receiver had right at the last inside position, and the ball was delivered quite well, but moves the sticks, and Bryan with a life here.
Hub dropping back to throw. The screen pass snuffed out by Baum, and we're going to have a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's behind the line of scrimmage to begin with. You can hit them.
Yeah, they're going to wave it off. A good call.
Yeah.
Good call. Our interpretation from up here was that with the pass behind the line of scrimmage, he's fair game to be hit before the ball gets there. Bryan with the screen pass that was so successful on 4th down before to sustain a drive, came back with it on the other side, but this time the Tigers were ready for it. Bryan coming out with 2 splits wide right. Smith and Atkinson out here with man-to-man coverage. Hug across, coming down the line. Here's a quick flare. It'll go over the head and out of bounds, stopping the clock at 4:50 to go. Liberty Center leading 32-21. Bryan desperately needs a score here as they face 3rd and long.
Tigers playing nice pass defense now. They're fanning out and even coming with some heat on the line there, so Tigers looking good right now.
Well, yeah, they've in the second half played much better pass defense. On the completion, Atkinson was on his man all the way. It was the receiver going up into midair who actually was able to outduel him. Now the pitch wide on the option. Noel turns it up, rambling down, and he's down inside the 10-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle by Kenzie Kern coming across from the middle of the field. And the Bryan Golden Bears will have a 1st and goal on Liberty's 8-yard line.
A pretty nice blocking by the Golden Bears that time. The Tigers appeared to have that stop, but some blocks materialized right when the Bears had to have them, and they've got it on the Tiger 8.
Well, the law of averages caught up with the Bears. Sooner or later, Newell had to break some kind of a play. Now here's the roll. The pitch in the backfield, fumble picked up, and he'll be stopped for no gain. Again, Jim, we see another fumbled pitch as the quarterback does that full pirouette and comes back to the left, but doesn't get a good pitch. I really can't see a purpose in that pivot.
No, that's a little razzle-dazzle under these field conditions. Certainly not called for, and made that ball just a little difficult to handle. And I don't think it was precisely on target, so they lost some yards on that.
I'm going to correct myself here. I believe I called this 1st and goal. It's actually Bryan has the ball on the 11-yard line. No, it is a 1st and goal situation.
They started on the 8.
Yeah, that's right. They did start on the 8. With the ball on the 11, it was 2nd and goal on the 11. Now, Jim, that dive inside goes for short gain. I'm surprised they're staying with that. Now it's really getting tough. The clock running at 3:25. Bryan facing a 3rd and goal.
Yeah, yards very tough to come by in the interior area of that Tiger line right now. Tiger's doing a nice job on defense.
2 wides to the left. 2 backs in the backfield. Tight end strong side. Give inside. No, it come back the other way. Whoa! Somebody better explain that to me. That ball was scored. The touchdown was scored by number 52. I would imagine the center. Jim, the only thing I can figure, I'm not sure where that score came from. The give was to number 1 as he bowled it off the left side, and somehow the center, number 52, scored the touchdown coming back to the right.
I don't know. I need an instant replay to know what happened either, but they did signal touchdown, so the Golden Bears tighten it up, and right now Tigers up by 5 points with exactly 3 minutes to play.
You know, we used to run plays like that on Sunday afternoons behind the school about 25 years ago, but where we come up with this one, I'm going to have to see that on the replay.
Tiger coach out there arguing the point there on the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure just where a lineman becomes eligible to carry the ball. I guess on a handoff, actually anybody can carry the ball. It's simply a matter of who's eligible, you know, your eligible pass receivers.
That's a play.
All right, we've got it called now.
Is that right?
We've got it called now. They left the ball lay on the ground, and as they, well, anyway, back to action. 32-27, Bryan going for 2. Hugs, pivots, gives it to Newell. He slips and falls. Boy, Jim, there's a big one. There's a big one. A 2-point conversion there brings the Golden Bears to within 3. Now they're down by 5. We have 3:01 to go. Jim, it was 6:01 to go, and the Tigers scored a touchdown. In only 3 minutes, these two explosive teams have traded scores, and the Tigers are right back to square one.
Yeah, this game is a long ways from being over yet. This is the kind of finish that is a nail-biter for the fans. Everybody hanging on close and watching the action, but the Golden Bears have got to kick it off to the Tigers, and somehow Liberty Center needs that clock to run out while on the positive end of the score. So we'll see what develops. Are they going to go total conservative? But that won't do it with the amount of timeouts and time on the clock. They've got to move the sticks, Spike. But, of course, last possession, very explosively, they popped for a big one.
Well, it'll be a matter of Bryan's gambling defense against Liberty Center's explosiveness. Oh, now here's the onside kick, bounds up, and it's taken by Liberty Center just over just beyond the 50-yard line. Liberty Center, the difference here as in a game about a month ago, as we were able to handle that onside kick.
Nice job by that young man out there. He just folded up right around that ball. He had no thoughts at all about trying to advance it, and that's so critical to maintain possession right now. So good field position by the Tigers here. Now let's see if they can move the ball, Spike, or at least the clock.
Yeah, I think the clock's the key. With Bryan, I believe they still have 2 timeouts, so you know Liberty Center is going to need at least 1 first down. Here's the power give off the right to Zeider. And the important thing now, we've got to hang on to the football, Jim, whether we get a first down or not. Nice game by Liberty Center on first down. 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6 across midfield to the Bryan 49-yard line.
Yeah. So critical now for the offensive line of the Tigers to dig down deep and come up with some blocks, because they just can't quit yet. The game hangs in balance. They've got to create a little bit of space for that back to move that ball.
Clock running at 2:22. Atkinson in a wing right. Here is the give to Zeider as he tries to kick it outside. Heads out of bounds, and he's very close to a first down. Jim, that is very close, very close. Perhaps a yard short as we get the setting of the ball. And the clock, the clock stops, of course, with
Out of bounds.
going out of bounds. Boy, that is huge all in itself. 2:13 to go. Ball on the Bryan 43-yard line.
It's a short yard to go.
Well, you know, Jim, the last time Liberty Center needed a yard deep in Bryan territory in the first half, Bryan snuffed it out. Tigers now with Atkinson wing right. Jurasic dives forward. Uh-oh, there's a fumble.
Bears with the ball. No, who's got it?
Bryan Bears signaling they've got it, and the referee concurs. Jim, here we go. 2:08 left in the ball game. The Tigers trying the quarterback plunge. Somehow in the mess, the ball was pulled loose, and the Bears with one last stand. Jim, the season's on the line now for Liberty Center.
Oh, yeah, and this reminds us of last week with Wasion with less than 2 minutes to go. Their destiny was in their hands, so let's see what Tiger defense needs to come up big right now this series, Spike.
Well, you've got to contain Newell first. Here's the give, the pitch. Good block, kicks it back outside, now closed in on. Clock continuing to run.
Less than 2 minutes.
Tackle, initial hit.
Jesse Smith.
They've got the call, Jesse Smith. Good support. It'll be a gain of nothing. No gain on the play at all. Tigers smelled out the option pitch going right. Or excuse me, going to their defensive left. Now 2 splits to the left. Hug looking down the line of scrimmage, throws, caught. And I believe he'll be short of the first down. Gain of about 8 on the play. And the clock stops.
On the stop for Liberty Center. We have an injury timeout.
They are ruling an injury timeout over here.
Yeah, that gives both teams time to regroup and to plan this this last minute and a half to play. 3rd down and looks to be just a yard to go. But Bryan Golden Bears with a chance here to make things real interesting, Spike. So what a finish we're looking at here. What kind of defense would you call? We hear lots of talk about a prevent defense and so forth. Do the Tigers profess to make any changes in a situation like this? Of course, they don't want anything to get completed deep behind them, but what do you say about that? I mean, like, say, the offensive or the defensive line play. Well, what changes do you expect, Spike, if any?
Well, I really don't see the Tigers making any changes at all. I think, number one, you can't give up the explosive blow through the middle by Newell. I think you just have to play contain with him or stop him and then hope to contain the pitch. Here's the pop up the middle. That's going to be close. It appears that his surge may have gained the necessary yards, but no. On the sideline, they're showing 4th down, but it's very close. They're going to call a timeout for a measurement. Jim, 1:07 on the clock. someplace along the line here with the clock winding down, Bryan is going to have to go upfield with it. Of course, they saved the timeout there by with that injury, and I'm sure I hope the poor kid's all right. Yeah, he's sitting down here over on the sideline, but he doesn't look to be in too much pain, as I think he's talking about getting a pizza afterward.
First down.
First down now. First down with the clock running under a minute now. 2 wides to the right of the Liberty Center's left defensive side. Hug dropping back, throws the long fade route. Just goes over the head of Ryan Zeider. Zeider actually doing a good job, as he didn't totally give to the ball itself. He had an eye on the receiver. It had the receiver appeared to be able to make a play. Ryan was right there to snuff it out.
Yeah, that was a good piece of defense, and also Tiger defender knew where the sideline was, so he had that covered all the way. But second down and those incomplete passes don't take much time off the clock, Spike, so Bryan's still very much alive here.
That's right. 47 yards separate Liberty Center from a possible playoff berth here. Or the loss of one. Hug throws. It's intercepted by Jesse. He kicks it upfield. Now kicks it to the outside. And he's finally going to be brought down around the 40-yard line. Boy, there it was. Liberty Center, I think, it'd be called for a celebration penalty, but who cares, Jim? What a stand by Jesse Smith. Jesse snuffed it out, and hopefully it saved the Tigers' bacon for another week.
Oh, yeah, he was there. There was other defenders there, too. And he just picked that pass right out of the air, and Tigers' hopes soared right there. I mean, Tigers are looking to live and play again with the hopes of making the playoffs.
Well, we've hired a team of Philadelphia lawyers and the consulting firm of Kukla, Fran, and Ali. And at this point, after extensive study, Jim, we don't know if we're in the playoffs yet or not.
Yeah.
We have to win both games. We stand to gain the most computer points of anybody in the running, but we do need a little bit of outside help as to jump over the next 4 teams. Jurassic's downing the ball. The penalty must have been called as opposed to a celebration penalty on Liberty. Personal foul on the Golden Bears, which at this point is academic clock winding down now under half a minute. And I believe that may be the last play from scrimmage. And Jim, the Tigers, I believe, now have escaped somehow with a 32-27 heart thumper.
Yeah, what a ball game it was, and just awful nice to have it in the win column. And Tigers played well. It's just this Golden Bear team played up to their potential tonight. And what a ball game. But final score: Liberty Center 32, Golden Bears 27. Yep. Wow. Good call.
In the overall scheme of things, and here we've got 3 of the stalwarts on the defense. Bryan showed us a few things tonight that me as a fan wasn't expecting. What did they do tonight that really surprised you guys? Obviously it was a wide open passing game, but what did you guys have to adjust to, and what did you guys do to counteract that?
We were counting on Newell getting the ball more than he did. We weren't counting on the option being pitched after they faking it to him. So at halftime we had to adjust to keep somebody contained him, make sure he stayed inside, make sure somebody's on that pitch, man. And that's pretty much what it took. And then we just started blitzing and we started hitting the holes. We came out to win.
Well, without a doubt, the wide open game, I think, surprised everybody, but actually it was the adjustments of the defense that really made the key. Jesse, 2 big picks tonight. Was your heart thumping? I mean, hey, the game's on the line. Could you see the play coming? Did you smell it out ahead of time, or you just react?
I don't know. It's kind of a reaction, but, I mean, all the credit goes to our defense, especially our seniors. They really stepped it up for us. I mean, you got to give all the credit to them. I mean, it was there, so, I mean, I had to make the play. But, I mean, the seniors set up for us, and they've been doing that all year, and so I just trust in them.
Well, that's been the key for Liberty Center senior leadership down through the years. Ryan, you broke a big one there, and it looked like the football game was over. What happened on that play when you broke that thing for the score?
Well, the line just blocked their man. The wide open hole was there. Broke one tackle and went in for the touchdown, but credit goes to the line. That's where it all starts at.
Now, let me ask a leading question here. Was there any let up? Did it look like the ball game was over? Did everybody patting on the back and say, hey, this is ours?
Oh no, we knew the game wasn't over with. We knew, like the PH game, they came back and beat us, so everybody's just sticking together, and great leadership won the game for us.
There was some great pass coverage late in the game, and perhaps that's been one of the things that's hurt Liberty in the past, but certainly not tonight. Wonderful job by all three of you fellas. And I think tonight we found Liberty Center